How you guys doing today? I am Jay. I've been gone for quite some time. I took a trip throughout Europe and South America, and I've just been spending time working on other platforms. We have a platform titled blackmediadaily.com, and that is 24-hour black news and information that Black people should know throughout the whole diaspora. So go over there, check us out. It's 24-hour news of like brand new stories and situations just hitting our site every hour. And also I am working on another project. I don't want to speak about it now, but it's really going to be dealing with like what are some steps going forward post this new global depressionary recessionary reset period, right? But I just quickly wanted to just come on and talk about a couple things that is going on now that everyone sees, but they might not truly understand what exactly is happening economically throughout the whole planet. And so I wanted to first start with how the economy is structured, right? So the economic machine has four periods, right? You have the period of expansion, which is a period of growth. You have a peak, which is the highest point of the economic growth. Then you have the contraction. The contraction is better known as a recessionary period, right? And then you have the trough. The trough is the very bottom of the economic cycle, and then after that, the peak goes up. Currently, we are somewhere between the contraction and the actual trough, because our stock markets fell like at least 30% from peak to trough within the last 8 weeks, and that's pretty horrible because during that same time period, you have a lot of retirees that were planning to retire this year, but now since everything has pretty much stopped because of the whole stay-at-home orders and lockdowns, they're retiring early and selling off shares of equities or stocks, and getting on their retirement benefit plans and that kind of stuff. And then at the same time, we have a health crisis going on. But leave it or not, it's real. Who caused it? Nobody knows. No one knows the actual outcome of that. So we can't quantify all that stuff. So we're just going to see what happens. But financially and economically, the problem is, since our global economy has stalled, a lot of that debt that has already been on the actual books is now, it now has to be answered for. So if you stall a whole economy while there's mountains of debt, then businesses don't have a way to service that debt. If businesses can't service that debt, then they can't also pay taxes or wages. So if they're not paying wages, then they can't keep people employed. If they can't keep people employed, then those individuals can't spend into the economy. Because one thing that everyone should know and understand is that the one person's spending is someone else's income. So income and spending goes hand to hand, and that can't happen now. And so if that can't happen, then there is no money floating around the economy to prop it up. And so because of that, the central banks, our central bank being the Federal Reserve System, they have to pump money into the whole economy and prop it up, right? The problem is that there is no real economic activity to go along with all that money printing, right? So you just have like tons of money just like floating around and nowhere for it to actually go. At the same time, as all that money printing, it is going to eventually damage the actual value of our currency. So our purchasing power is at jeopardy. Purchasing power is how much can you buy with that $1. And so if value drops, then you won't be able to buy as much as you normally did with $1, right? We just have a really just serious problem because even when they open up the whole economy, things are definitely not ever going to be the same. All right, when 30 plus million individuals claim unemployment in 8 weeks, there is no way mathematically possible that the economy can go back to how it was. That's literally not possible. Okay, it's not going to happen, right? So this new economy is going to bring about a reset, right? So things are going to work different. There is going to be different power structures that is in charge of things, which means that our lives is going to change forever, right? And that's just the reality of it. It's just a lot going on. Like it's so much going on at the same time. Like you can't like put your hand on it. Like our economy is falling, but the stock market is hitting brand new highs. That yes, the stock market and the whole economy is not correlated, but that's still crazy because the businesses that are publicly traded on the stock market are shut down. So how is their share price going up if there's no business activity too much, right? And just so overall, somebody has to pay for all that money printing. I'm telling you, at some point, taxes is going to be raised, right? They're going to have to raise taxes, and the biggest problem is the middle class is going to be the actual ones paying that bill because the lower class don't have the money. The higher class is not going to pay all those taxes. They're going to find loopholes and ways and strategies to just not pay a lot of taxes. Trust me, it's going to happen. You know, they're going to say like, hey, we're going to pay more taxes. But trust me, on the actual books, they're going to find a way to not pay those taxes. So please, never think that wealthy people is ever going to pay for taxes. It is never going to happen. Even if we turn into like a socialist, communist, fascist type place, wealthy people is never going to pay for taxes. It's just not going to ever happen in the existence of humans. Trust me, okay? You can fudge paperwork. Like, that's not even a problem, right? So what is the average individual to do to stay afloat? Well, I believe that there are a few things that you want to have. Like, one, you want to have, storage of dry grains, right? Because food shortages are coming. It's not just about hoarding. Okay, we already have food shortages on the books. It's that information was not put out. Okay, so now it is. Because now they have an excuse. So that's going to happen. You want to, of course, learn how to protect you and your family very well. That's all I'm gonna say. Third, you want to have some type of cash holdings, because you never know what exactly is going to happen in the system, right? Like, you just don't know. I believe, you can have a little bit of cryptocurrency. Oh, and just let me say, I am not a licensed expert, so I'm not trying to say, hey, to do this and do that. I'm just personally sharing my own view about certain things. So it's just a personal view, right? You could have some cryptocurrencies, I would think mainly Bitcoin, because if we are in a depression, your least concern is trading and that kind of stuff. I'm not saying don't do it, but if you don't have a lot of money to trade and move around that kind of stuff, maybe you might not want to do that, and you want to buy it so you can have a chance to have some type of value to your currency and your purchases, right? Because I do understand that at some point the value of our dollar is going to actually drop. At some point, it could be 2 years. I believe 2 to 5 years. We're going to start the ascension to hyper inflation. It's going to go up because that's just how these things work. And I believe that people should have gold or silver. Something about that. I think that the average individual would do better with owning silver. Okay, silver is always a lot cheaper than gold and that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, you just don't have the type of resources to gather up $1,800 for one coin. All right, I think you should stick with silver. That's going around between $20 and $24 if you can find it. Right, that is very important. Last but not least, you need to develop profitable skills that you can either exchange for currency or barter, right? Because I do believe at some point within these next 10 years, barter is going to come back full force. All right. It's going to happen. Right. Well, that's pretty much it. That's kind of all I wanted to say right now. I'm going to be doing like more live streams and that kind of stuff. So just bear with me. Doing this whole stay at home order stuff and all that. So you're going to see a lot more of me. After this video post, I'm going to have links down below. And please subscribe, follow, share, help the word get out, because I believe, especially for everybody, but especially for, us Black people, we typically hear things late. And so we don't have time to develop a solid opinion about it. So my goal is to educate all of us on all things money, so we can learn things faster and make more effective decisions on our next moves, because we're gonna need it. This current depression is not like anything else. It's very, very dangerous, but there's always opportunities. So we're going to explore those. So bear with me. I will be back probably in like a day or two, or hell, I might just do another one tonight or something like that. So let's see what happens. Sorry for just the whole abrupt post. I just heard it in my spirit. God told me to just kind of just come on and get this out there and just start back teaching. Because I mainly love doing like drawn out longer lectures. So and check out my previous videos. They're more so lecture style. I'm talking about the language of money and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I think these live streams are going to be like very, very beneficial to whoever checks us out. So, all right, guys, see you soon.